education. Now I say effective education because there's some education that's not very effective. Effective education combined with professional coaching over a reasonable period of time will alter and expand alter the paradigm and expand a person's level of awareness. The internet came about because somebody came aware of how to do it. We're flying now because somebody came aware. We've always been able to fly. We've always been able to do the internet. I've got a little BlackBerry here. I can touch what somebody's already touched. I got a flashing red light. So there's somebody somewhere in the world that's contacting me. It doesn't matter where I am in the world. As soon as they hit send, bang, I've got it. That's like sheer magic. Do you know what else travels like that? Your thoughts. Do you know that thought waves are cosmic waves that penetrate all time and space? Do you know that thought is the most potent form of energy there is? You hit send and your email is omnipresent. Well, so are your thoughts. This is phenomenal when we start to think about it. We don't really realize what we've got going for us. And what we want to do is learn how to expand this. You sit down with Steve. Steve can blow your mind with what he knows about the mind. I think of the Tierneys. We got some young guys over here, 3 brothers. Stand up for a moment. Where are they? I see a couple of them. There's the whole 3 of them. Those 3 guys, who's the oldest? You look the youngest. What are you, 22? And who's 19? You're 19, 21, and 22. Do you know that they've got a multi-million-dollar business that operates all over the world? They have. They come in to a special coaching program, cost $30-some thousand. They had to fly to America to come in. And I saw them come in, 19, 20, 21. I thought, what the hell's going on? And then they showed me what they were doing. If there's anybody here looking for a super business opportunity, you want to talk to one of these young guys. I have led people to them from all over the world. They've got a phenomenal business opportunity. You could become a distributor for their company and blow your mind. You wouldn't even have to work hard. You could earn a lot of money. Am I right or wrong? Give them another hand because this story is incredible. Okay? Look at what we really want to do is forever expand our level of awareness. The thinking program that you've got there, Thinking into Results, that's exactly what that'll do. I'm going to tell you more about how it was developed and what we do with it, but this is what we want to do. We want to really continue to expand our level of awareness. And let's become aware that you and I have infinite potential. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really know what that means. I really don't know what that means. Infinite means no beginning, no end. So my potential, there's no beginning, no end to it. No one alive can even guess at what I am capable of doing. Now, if that's true of me, that's also true of you. No one, the most erudite scientist alive, cannot even guess at what you're capable of doing. Now, I can show you how to change your life on a dime, but you've got to do it. I can show you, if you want to study, how you could walk past a person and tell them, like I know I was right on the money with you, and there was everybody else that I talked to. I can sit and look at you, I just walked by you, and I know what's going on. You can learn to read people like a book. We've got mental faculties that can do that. You see, this physical instrument that we call a body is a molecular structure. There's a mass of molecules here and a very high speed of vibration. I want you to think. We call this Tina. No, Tina's her name, and that's Tina's body. But that's not Tina, and she's not Tina. So we have to say, what is Tina? This is a mass of energy that is so potent and powerful, you can photograph it. We've been able to photograph it since 1934. Semyon Kurlian, a Russian photographer, perfected photography. That's why we call it Kurlian photography, that can photograph the mass of energy. Well, you know that the density and color of this energy can be photographed. But you know that you've got a mental faculty that you can pick that energy up and read it. Same with you. Like I wouldn't want to try and get you to do it. What's your name?
Eugene.
Eugene? How are you? Are you with him?
No.
You're not with him. Well, I'd never want to get this guy to do something he didn't want to do. He's not going to do it. Now, if he told me he couldn't afford what I'm selling, I know what he's really saying is, you haven't made me want what you've got. I know this guy's got the money. He does not throw his money away. He's a good money manager. Now, you've got a very small side of you that's very quiet and shy. Hardly anybody knew that except this audience now, and you and me, God. Now, and you operate from the left hemisphere of your brain. Now, that little bit of shyness is right hemisphere, and that causes a bit of a problem. That's impulsive. The other side cuts in and says, don't do that, don't do it. You go to make an impulsive decision, don't do it. When you do it, you give yourself hell for doing it. Now, when you don't do it, the other side gives you hell for not doing it. If you want somebody to look after the money, get this guy. He's very organized. He'd be a good engineer, a good accountant, a good lawyer. What do you do? Strong manager.
Manager of a community center.
You're a manager, okay? Strong manager. He's going to control things. If we had a committee and I was elected chairman of the committee, he'd just take over and run it. I'd say, well, he shouldn't be running it. I should be running it, you know. But he just takes over. He runs things. He's the guy. Now, I know that I'm right on the money. If I was taking him out for something to eat, I'd take him where he get his teeth into something substantial. He may not eat a lot, but he likes meat and potatoes. You see, you could give me a sandwich and I'd be happy, you know. Now, you got a real mix in your personality. God, you must drive yourself crazy. Because, you know, like where he has that little bit of shyness, you got a lot of it, you know. But you've also got a lot of that other, so that they're a part of you. Whoa, let's go, and there's another part. No, don't go. No, don't go. And so you got do it, don't do it. Do it, don't do it. No, don't do it. And so you always do it, don't do it. I mean, you never know what the hell you're going to do. And you know, you're in a relationship. God, there's times in that right brain side, you're a lover. Man, I just want to hold you. Then there's other times, whoa, just like that, what the hell happened to you? She's as cold as an iceberg, you know. It'll be done this way. You see? That's very accurate, isn't it? Yes. Yes. It's 100% accurate. I could say, I know she's a woman, and I know he's a man. You'll say, Bob, that's absolutely brilliant. Then you'll say, everybody knows she's a woman and he's a man. No, they don't. That little 12-day-old baby that I held doesn't know the difference between the male personality and the male body and the female personality and the female body. They don't know the difference. They have to develop the awareness of the difference in gender. The problem is, at a very early age, we put a cap on awareness, and then we want you to know that 2 plus 2 equals 4, 4 plus 4 equals 8. And we're so much at the intellect that we got people wandering around with a ton of knowledge in their head, and they don't know how to do anything. You didn't even know how to handle that part of yourself because you have conflicts going in there all the time. You're very good at things that are totally unrelated. You have a bitch of a time deciding what you want to do. You should do them all. You see, the one side of you is very creative, very expressive, and very sensitive, and the other side is very linear, like a good lawyer, accountant, engineer, you know, just totally different. You say, my God, how does I can read it in their face. I can just feel it right now. So thinking, how's he doing this? Well, I just look at you. I feel it. I just walk by. I could feel that in the dark. If I shook hands with you, I'd be able to do it. Why? Because everything about you tells that. You say, my God, you're psychic. Everybody's psychic. Understand what psyche is? Psyche isn't some funny word. Psyche is a Greek word for mind. You develop your mental faculties, you're going to develop your ability to do this. That's your intuitive factor. Everybody's got an intuitive factor. The intuitive factor is what picks up vibration. You pick up another person's vibration. It's going on all the time. You pick up the phone to phone somebody and they're on the other end. You say, oh my God, I just got to phone you. What a coincidence. No, it wasn't it at all. You just picked up the energy. They're phoning you, want to talk to you, you got it, you didn't argue with it, you picked up the phone, and they're there. You know, you'd be sitting in a restaurant, you're going to order something to eat. The other person's sitting there, there's about 3,000 things on the menu, and they order what you're thinking of. You think, how the hell did that happen, you know? That's called thought transference. You see, that's just sending messages through the medium of the molecule. That's what we do with these pictures. When I was a little boy, I saw my first television set. It was at the corner of the street in Toronto, Knapman's radio station. Mr. Knapman fixed radios. We used to listen to the radio. We used to watch the radio. We didn't just listen to the damn thing, we watched it. Listen, this is true. Some of you are old enough to remember this. You'd have a nice big Stromberg Carlson radio and a nice wooden case, stands up, put it in the corner, and all the furniture was placed so that you could look at the radio. What the hell's that about? I've got a sound system in my home. When I put a CD on, it follows me. It's all through the house. You don't have to look at it. The player's in the closet. You don't have to sit and look at it. Now think about this for a moment. How am I able to do that? Well, you develop these higher faculties. You've got infinite potential. Now think of this for a moment. You're a spiritual being. Most people say, oh, I'm having a spiritual experience. Is that right? You're having a physical experience. You're a spiritual being. Yet you've been gifted with something no other form of life been gifted with, an intellect. Do you know that you and I are the only creature that's totally disoriented in their environment? All the other little creatures on the planet, they're totally at home in their environment. They blend in. We are totally disoriented in our environment. And some people stay that way all of their life. They're always disoriented. Why? Because we've been given the ability to create our own environment. John was talking